takes it from Darnold. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So they've gotten it to the 4 on this opening drive, but now they face a 3rd and goal. Now it's Darnold. That's going to be caught by Crowder. It's a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Now the try here for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
At the 32-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Manning going to hand it off to Barkley. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
He's going to fire one deep. He's got it at the 15. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big play there for the Giants. 43 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well. That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Jets offense ready to go in this battle in New York. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving.
Push him back. Push him back. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
On 2nd down now, it's Powell. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out.
Let's go, D. Double time. Hey. You got 3 times.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And he finds his man, Griffin. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 35. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26. Motion. Lady. Bang. Shoot. Let's go.
They'll run it with Bell. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them.
Real side. 93's the mic. 93's the mic.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Watch left. He's tight with his
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. 5. Look at me. Zipper.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. All right, T. Let's go. All right, T.
Let's go.
Manning now on first down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 8 more yards this time coming off back-to-back first down pickups. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Look at me. Door.
Check. Watch the safety creep.
Ready.
Saquon Barkley running right. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Here we go.
Always a plethora of storylines when the Jets and Giants get together, and certainly one big storyline is what they've been able to do in the backfield. Saquon Barkley, he's the Giants' future in the backfield, and now Le'Veon Bell coming over from Pittsburgh. He has really solidified what the Jets want to do carrying the football, and both of these guys threats catching it as well. They really appear to both be set for years to come. These are going to be some fun battles to watch. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Saquon Barkley, and he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Right there, 54, right there.
To throw is Manning. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
So after the INT, it's Manning. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Check 31, check 31.
Tight dog, get it.
A first down carry for Barkley. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score.
Let's go.
reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll give this to Bell running right. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
Get ready, get ready. Ready. 36, 36.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Back deep, Golden Tate. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Zoo.
Mike 54.
Working from the gun, Manning. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Kareem Martin in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. Another try after the 1st down sack. Darnold, and that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this 1st half. The Jets on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. Now it's Tate. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. So we've reached halftime with a visiting Giants, I guess you could say, on top of the Jets in this New York rivalry. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This is taken at the 3.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Hey, echo.
From the 29, Manning. Wide open receiver complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Ready.
Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
You jet bomber. You jet bomber.
Check 17. Check 17.
On first down, Barkley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Let's go now. 15 line. 15 line.
We go.
What? Big grip.
Shotgun now for Manning. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And it'll be 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one? That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle in New York. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
2nd and 7 at the 6-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
He's crashing.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. Gets it up past the 10 with a nice move. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Check. Here goes Sonic.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Darnold from the gun. And that will be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close.
And it's a fumble. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on 4th down, a change of possession anyway.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Check 9, check 9.
Back. Fight.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley, and they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Manning now to throw. It's complete to Golden Tate, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. A lot of eyes on Golden Tate this year to see if he can take over some of the production that OBJ had before he got shipped to Cleveland. You know, Beckham had 1,000-yard seasons 4 of his 5 years in New York. Golden Tate struggled at the end of last year in Philadelphia, but he had a really good run in Detroit, including 3,000-yard seasons in the middle of this decade. Avery Williamson there to make the stop. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Go.
From the gun, it's Manning. Escaping the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to 3rd down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
On the return, it's Tate. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Leo!
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. From the gun on 3rd down, Manning. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for New York. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run, as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Dexter Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. This is fielded at the 27. A quick feed from Tate. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. And that will be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And here we go on 4th. Darnold, he finds his target. It's Crowder. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Darnold now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Both set. We're going to sign. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Here's Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Switch.
On the run, it's Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good for a giant first down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Barkley. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On second down now, Barkley, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. From midfield, here's Manning. And he's hit and taken down. Eli sacked. Brandon Copeland in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Check. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bell. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go, lady. Here we go.
Darnold. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Marcus Golden in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2